Hello, namaste, dear students. We are discussing about this Acts and Regulations by British, and this is the part 4 of the video. And today we are going to discuss Charter Act 1833. I am Dr. Leena Shantanu, your GS mentor. You can ask your queries through the comment box or through my email address sss.shantanu@gmail.com. This is the basic diagram, basic chart for the Acts and Regulations by British in India. That is one under English East India Company and other under Crown. Today we are going to discuss this Charter Act of 1833. The Charter Act of 1833 is also known as Saint Helena Act or Government of India Act 1833. That is Charter Act of 1833 is also known as Saint Helena Act or Government of India Act 1833. The basic objective of this act or the background of this act, the main objective of this act was to renew the charter of English East India Company, because you know the charter is getting renewed every 20 years, right? So 1813 was the last time it got renewed, and now it is 20 years. After 20 years it's 1833, so obviously this year should get renewed. So the main objective was to renew the charter of English East India Company, which was last renewed in 1830. Through this act, the charter was renewed for another 20 years. But what was the problem regarding this act was that the British East India Company or English East India Company was deprived of its commercial privileges which they enjoyed so far. So you already know that in 1773 Act, the Court of Directors had overpowered English East India Company in civil, military and revenue affairs. And East India Act, this privileges was divided into Court of Directors and Board of Control, because this Court of Directors started controlling the commercial affairs, Board of Control started controlling the political affairs of the company. But anyhow, the East India Company has their hold over this commercial affair, no doubt regarding that. But through this act, they was deprived of its commercial privileges which enjoyed so far. So what is the provision of this act? There are so many provisions under this act. The main provisions are end of East India Company as a commercial body and recognize India as a British colony. That is, end of East India Company as a commercial body. This is very important. End of East India Company as a commercial body, and India was recognized as a British colony. Then some changes regarding Governor General of India, that is, you already know there was Governor of Bengal, then Governor General of Bengal, now it's Governor General of India. Then fourth member in Governor General in Council, because previously it was 4, it was reduced to 3, now it's again 4. Codifying the laws, India's first law commission, very important, Indians in the government services, and mitigation of slavery, increase in number of bishops. These are the provisions under this, main provisions under this act. So the first one, end of English East India Company as a commercial body and recognized India as a British colony. The spelling of recognized is wrong. Ended the activities of English East India, ended the activities of English East India Company as a commercial body. Because previously it was commercial as well as political, commercial plus political in the beginning, then it got deprived of its political function and it has only commercial functions left. Now their commercial functions also got deprived. It provided that the company's territories in India were upheld by it in trust of His Majesty, his heirs and successors, that is British Crown. Thus, the Charter Act of 1833 legalized the British colonization of India. It's very important, legalized the British, because East India Act recognized companies' territories as British possessions in India. But Charter Act legalized British colonization of India. Two monopoly remained, tea trade and trade with China. That is in the 1813 Act. That is in 1813 Act. They had this two monopoly of British East India Company was retained. That was one was tea trade and the other one was trade with China. But these two monopoly also got ended in this 1833 Act. Once again I am repeating, in Charter Act 1813, in Charter Act 1813, the company has got two monopoly remained, that is the tea trade and trade with China. These two monopolies got ended in 1833 Act. So, end of English East India Company as a commercial body, and the Indian territories were recognized as a British colony. Second change was Governor General of India. So, initially you already know that there was Governors of Bengal. Governor of Bengal was there. Governor of Bengal got converted into Governor General of Bengal in Regulatory Act. Now it got converted into Governor General of India through 1833 Act. So made Governor General of Bengal as the Governor General of India. Governor General of India. And vested him all civil and military powers. Thus, the Act created for the first time a government of India having an authority over the entire territorial area possessed by the British in India. So, there was a Governor General of India for the entire India. Lord William Bentinck was the first Governor General of India. Please comment in the comment box who was the first Governor General of Bengal, and who was the first Governor General of India. That you already know. Lord William Bentinck became the first Governor General of India. He deprived the Governor of Bombay and Madras their legislative power. They had legislative power, now it got deprived. The Governor General of India was given exclusive legislative powers for the entire British India. However, the Court of Directors, acting under the Code of Control, could veto any laws made by the Governor General in Council. So, there is a Governor General in Council, and there is a Court of Directors, and these Court of Directors can veto any laws, because now previously the governors of Bombay, Madras, and Governor General of Calcutta had got the legislative powers. Now the Bombay wala and Madras wala has deprived their legislative powers. Only Governor General and its council has got the power power of legislation, right? Power of making laws. But the Court of Directors can check or they can veto any laws made by the Governor General in Council. So it was not a complete authority. So, and regarding this Governor General has got a council that you already know. Now there is no Governor General of Bengal, there is only Governor General of India for the total India, for the full India. For the Governor General of India, there has got a council, and its member was again fixed to 4. What does this mean by again fixed to 4? Because in 1773 Regulatory Act there was already 4 members, but in Fixed India Act the number got reduced to 3. And again in 1833 Charter Act, it got elevated to 4. So the number of members of the Governor General Council was again fixed to 4, which has been reduced by the Fixed India Act in 1784. However, certain limits were imposed on the functioning of the 4th member. The 4th member is mainly a law member. For example, the 4th member was not entitled to act as a member of council except for legislative purpose. That's why I call him a law member, because he has the only power, main power for the legislative purposes only. For the first time, these 4 members of the council was the first law member was Lord Macaulay. Some problem in the constitutional statement. The first law, there was 4 members, and out of the 4 members, one is a law member because he has got only this legislative power. So, and the first law member was Lord Macaulay. Macaulay, you know, we can always link the name of Macaulay to Indian education system, right? So, again for clarification, I am again stressing the point. 1773 Act, there was 4 members in Governor General of Bengal. In 1784 Act, it was reduced to 3 members under Governor General of Bengal. But in 1833 Act, again it was elevated to 4 members, 3 plus 1 law member under Governor General of what? So next was codifying the laws. The Charter Act of 1833, what is codifying of laws? Means India has got so many law systems, right? So it made an attempt to codify all Indian laws, native local Indian laws. The Charter Act of 1833 is considered to be an attempt to codify all Indian laws. The laws made under the previous acts were called regulations, while laws made under this act were called acts. So all that laws that made under the previous acts, that is 1773 Regulatory Act, Facility Act, were called regulations, while laws made under this act was called acts. So you have to consider this particular act as a landmark. Before this, only regulation. After this, all laws were called acts. So the Governor General Council was directed under the Charter Act 1833 to set up an Indian Law Commission. So under this codifying of laws, as a part of this codifying of laws, first Indian Law Commission was formed. India's first Law Commission, it's a short note for you. You have to study it in detail. India's first Law Commission was set up under Charter Act 1833 and Lord Macaulay was made its chairman. So Lord Macaulay, you have got three significance, right? First one, what is that? The Governor General's four executive council. The council was again made into four, and one was a law member and one was Macaulay, and he became the first chairman of India's first Law Commission, and he is also related to this education. The other members of his commissions were English barrister Cameron, MacLeod of Madras Service, then William Anderson of Bombay Service, Sir William McNaughton of Calcutta, but he never accepted the appointment. The objectives of the Law Commission was to inquire into the jurisdiction, powers and rules of the courts of justice, police establishments, existing forms of judicial procedure, nature and operation of all kinds of laws. This can be asked as a statement in prelims because this is equally important in prelims, mains and interview. So, next provision was Indians in the government service. The Charter Act of 1833 was the first act which made provision to freely admit the natives of India to share an administration in the country. The Charter Act of 1883 also provided that Haileybury College of London should make a quota to admit the future civil servants. However, this was just a theory. It was not going to getting into practical in the near future. Okay. So, Charter of 1883, first act which attempted for a freely admission of natives of India and also a quota to admit future civil servants. It attempted to introduce a system of open competition for selection of civil servants. It was also an attempt. Open competition was introduced later. So next is mitigation of slavery. This also directed the Governor General and Council to adopt measures to mitigate the state of slavery that is persisting in India since Sultanate era. This was a state of slavery. It was persisting in India in the medieval era, and it was to mitigate this. The Governor General and Council was also directed to pay attention to laws of marriage, rights, authorities, to the heads of families while drafting any laws. Attention to the laws of marriage, rights and authorities of the heads of families while drafting any laws. So next is increase in number of bishops. The number of British residents was increasing in India, right? Year by year, year after year, the number of British persons are increasing in India. So the Charter of 1833 laid down the regulation to establishment of Christian establishments in India, more Christian establishments in India, and the number of bishops was made 3. What is the significance of this act? It's a watershed moment for the constitutional and political history of India. The elevation of Governor General of Bengal, that's the first one, as Governor General of India was the first significant and the major and the final steps towards consolidation and centralization of administration of India. End of East India Company as a commercial body. That for the first time made provision to freely admit Indians into administration in the country. This act for the first time separated the legislative functions of the Governor General in Council from the executive function. Also, Law Commission was formed. There you go. So, these were the things related to this act. Hope you understood the act. Significance we already discussed in the provisions itself. So, if you are asked significance in purposefully asking the significance, you can write the provisions itself. So, thank you for watching. Do like, share and subscribe and also comment below the questions I asked during the session. Thank you.